Gut, Henning, sag mal, du machst doch hier dein YouTube-Event demnächst. Ich habe mal überlegt, vielleicht könnte ich da ja vorbeikommen und auch ein bisschen Zeug machen. Also zeichnen halt und so. Ja, okay. Ah, du brauchst ein Logo. Und da hast du direkt an mich gedacht, das ist ja super. Wenn ich das Logo mache, dann darf ich kommen. Ah. Okay, weil du es bist. Alles klar. Ciao, bis dann. Logo, super.
Alright, designing a logo for a YouTube event. But how do I approach such a task? Let me walk you through the process step by step. When creating a logo, an illustration or a design in general, the first thing that I do after talking to the client about what he wants and analyzing if that is really what he needs, I might do some research, depending on the subject matter. And I collect keywords that I associate with the name and the brand. But then I start scribbling right away, either old school in my sketchbook or in Procreate on the iPad. Very often the first ideas are quite obvious and not very sophisticated, like in this case, for example, the street sign, but I need to get them out of my head so I can come up with better ones. I also had a rough sketch from Henning, which you can see at the end of this video, that guided me a little bit. That doesn't mean that the first idea is always trash. There are instances where I go through many ideas and in the end I come back to the first one, because it somehow is the best fitting for the job. The moment I find an idea which might work, I start tweaking it and go through several variations, sometimes just changing a small detail, because details can be important, as you can see with this version of the 42 Gear Street logo. Are the houses black or just white? Are they connected to the street? 3 or 4 houses? You name it. In the beginning I like to work with only black, just to focus on the shape of the logo. If necessary, more colors can be added later in the process, if it benefits the logo, but I'm a firm believer that a good logo should work in black and white. And of course there are exceptions to this rule, as always. For the 42 Gear Street logo I even created a special black and a special white version, that slightly differ from each other, and the full color logo, as their visual impact changed when the color was removed. At a certain point I switch over to the computer, mainly because typography is a pain in the butt to draw if it is not meant to be calligraphy or regular handwriting. I like to give the client options, so I always try to come up with 2 different logos to choose from. When the client and I settle on a logo, it gets the final treatment, meaning last tweaks and cleaning up, so it can be used in all the possible scenarios. And by the way, if you wonder where the color choice comes from, it's actually derived from Henning's logo, HP42. And the typography is from the font that he always uses for his videos. There you have it. And after all the work is done, the client gets the files, and once it is in the wild, you cannot stop the abuse of shadows, outlines, extrusions, and so on and so on. Thanks for listening.
He designed the logo, of course, after I gave him a beautiful drawing, which was pretty much 99.8% exact. I mean, I pretty much gave him the whole thing. Okay? Mm-hmm. I even said I could just use my drawing and it's pretty much perfect. That's not in any way true.